really passionate about the Eat with Muslims project because we know that bringing people together socially is really what can impact the way we look at people, the way that we can change our views, the way that we feel in general about the community that we're in. It's important for all of us to have a space and be together.
You know, I'm most excited about going to remote places like small town America. I've always wanted to do that, even before the Eat with Muslims project. And so this project kind of gives us that opportunity to finally go for it. And so, yeah, so I really am excited about going to, you know, small cities and be like, yay, the Muslims are coming.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
And so there's just so much excitement. And I think we're going to make a difference in this project. I think we're going to make a difference in the world. And if we make a difference in our country, and we already did, we already have made a difference, but I think there's even so much more to come, because the word's getting around and people are just as excited as we are,
right?
And reaching out to us. So yeah, it's a privilege to be able to do this with
really
you,
is.
especially, Elise.
You too. The Eat with Muslims project had an amazing opportunity to go to Bend, Oregon, where we were hosted by the Interfaith Network of Central Oregon. It was really lovely to be in Bend and experience a beautiful community.
Hi, my name is Jim Slothauer. I am on the board of directors of INCO, which is the Interfaith Network of Central Oregon, and I'm also a member of the Baha'i Faith. And INCO was instrumental in bringing the Eat with Muslims program here to Bend. Our purpose, the purpose of INCO, is to try to find commonality amongst people of different faith backgrounds and cultures, and that goes along very well with my belief as a Baha'i.
We landed at Redmond Airport, which is closest airport to Bend, Oregon. It is so cute. It looks like a cabin. And there was this beautiful purple cow sitting right in the center. We kind of paid attention to it a little bit. And then there was our host waiting for us, Susan. And it was just so wonderful to finally meet her in person.
Susan originally reached out to us in April of 2018 and, you know, said, hi, I've heard about your project and I'd love for you to come down to Bend and help us facilitate and host a dinner where we can introduce a little bit about the Muslim community and what our beliefs are, but more importantly, engaging with Muslims, because there really isn't a large population in Bend. And so we were really excited. We had never been there before, and we decided September would be a great time to come. We came down for the weekend and were greeted by her at the airport, and after a long flight, even though it should have only been an hour and a half, we made it that night.
Elise is a little afraid. She's a little chicken, I think.
So she picked us up from the airport and we were able to be hosted by her in her beautiful home and got to meet her husband and her cute dog, Toby, and really just had an opportunity to walk around in her backyard where we looked up to the sky and it was just the marvelous stars. The stars were just so bright and beautiful that night, and apparently always in Bend. But it was just so warm. It felt like we had known her for a long time already.
Each one of us got our own room, our own suite, really, in a way. It was so cozy and wonderful. And then in the morning, she made us this delicious breakfast for us. And we just had a wonderful conversation. And then a little bit later, we had to go to Costco and pick up the things we needed for the dishes that we were making at home. We did a little bit of sightseeing. We went to, what was that place, that beautiful park?
Pilot
Butte.
Pilot's Butte. Bend, and it's a 360 view of the whole.
You are looking at the view, whoops, the view from Pilot Butte, because when people are flying, especially in small planes, this was a very recognizable sight. And is so many of these little lumps and bumps in the Central Oregon area, it is volcanic.
Oh.
And from here, there's a 360-degree view. I am so sorry that it's a little overcast and cloudy today, because typically you can see mountains like you can't believe. It's amazingly beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
Pilot
so
Butte was
beautiful, where you can see the whole city.
Mm-hmm. And the mountains and everything. It was gorgeous.
And then the dinner came, which was really interesting. We are preparing some of the food. We're not going to take credit for all of it. Some of the food is being catered, and we're making some of it here at Susan and John's home. This lovely kitchen here. So we're making the famous beans. We call it the United Beans of America. United Beans of America. Yes, that's what we call it. So that is what's